you guys, everything vaguely paranormal people. I am out here at the Concordia Cemetery in El Paso, Texas, and I kind of wanted to show you, this is really a very creepy cemetery, so even in the daylight. So I'm going to turn this around so that you guys can kind of see. It is literally right here by the highway, and there's the highway entrance to it right over there. But I came in way over there at the far side, so I'm at the very back of the cemetery. Now I've already seen some really kind of odd looking gravesites, tombstones. One in particular caught my attention and kind of makes my tummy hurt to be anywhere near it, so I'm going to show you guys that. This one, it's for Joseph Prieto, and strangely enough, something looks like it's trying to dig its way out first thing. And then for whatever reason, they have a string around the Jesus statue, and I'm not exactly sure why. And then we've got a candle with a little heart on it here, and yeah, Joseph Prieto, I don't know if you can see that. That one kind of right off the bat caught my attention. But something very interesting about this cemetery, of course you can see that it's right here on the highway. And I'm trying to find the area that Ghost Adventures at one point had said that they saw people. I'm looking for that clump of 3 trees. I have not found it yet. Good thing is there's a security guard that patrols this now, like all the time. But this is something I found very interesting. So you have a rock wall at the back of the cemetery, and it pretty much runs all the way up. They have wooden crosses. Some of them don't even have stones. This one happens to, but it also has a wooden cross. But there are cactus and trash that just litter the back of this cemetery. This one has a cross, but no marker, no stone, doesn't say who it is. Some of these, I don't know if you can see that far back in the distance. There is one back there that literally has like cages around it. I've noticed there's quite a few of these stones that have cages around them. The graves do. And I wanted to show you this over here. In walking around, I kind of found, ouch, caught on a mesquite tree. I kind of found this one. This one's kind of interesting to me with all the rocks on it. And then again, we've got the wooden crosses, some that are broken. And this one's relatively fresh, but no name, just a marker. And then this one, I'm about to run a spirit box, but I haven't really quite figured out where I want to run it yet. This is one of the ones that has like the cage around it, which is very strange. There's a whole lot of these in this particular cemetery. And I don't know what the significance of the cages are around them. Maybe they just wanted to do it. But this one back here, this is actually a grave right here, and you can't even get to it. It's like got all this stuff kind of around it, and I don't know if I can go back or I can show you. There's actually another one that's buried right up in there. Just completely untended in the corners. I can see how this would be a completely creepy at the end of the night, and you're right here by the highway. So there's a lot of highway noise. So anyway, this is kind of Concordia Cemetery. They have everything in this one. There's areas where you can tell that the people who purchased the graves were very wealthy, and some of them even have, I think you can see the mausoleum directly in front of me. From what I've seen in this area, there's quite a few of the mausoleums. And then you see you have this one, which is a very beautiful stone. And then you have some, and there's a lot of broken stones in the cemetery. More than I think you would see in normal cemeteries. So here's another one, and of course whatever was on the top right here is gone. But this is obviously a cemetery. It's very mixed. It's got a lot of Hispanic gravestones in here. Also, what I found was very interesting was that there's several Hispanic gravestones back in this area that also have the Star of David on them, which I found very interesting because in walking the cemetery this far, I have not seen anything up closer to the front that had the Star of David on it. So that was I found that a little bit curious. So I am going to keep walking around. If I see something that's really cool, I will pop back on and let you guys know. But this is Concordia Cemetery, and I was just going to kind of give you, this is the back part of it. We're looking towards the front, and again, I'm trying to find those 3 trees that the Ghost Adventures crew said that they had things that ran behind. So I will pop back on with you guys in just a few minutes if I see something really cool or find an area that appears to be of extra special interest. So now I'm going to figure out how to back all the way down these little tiny narrow, not real good at backing up down these little tiny narrow kind of pathways. So, oh, there's our security guy, and there's somebody else wandering like me. So I guess I'll get back in my car. I'm sure he's coming over to ask me what the hell I'm doing. So anyway, thanks you guys. I will pop back on in just a few minutes. Okay, hello, back out here at Concordia, and I am going to show you some of this. This is in the Chinese side of the graveyard, and I can honestly say I have never seen stones like this before, so I was fascinated. And it's actually, you can hear the planes going overhead, but for the most part, this area has a way different feel. It feels like it's a lot more calm, a lot more quiet, and you see how uniform these graves are? It's interesting. So I'm seeing a lot, like that says 1942 on it. I'm not seeing a lot of born and died dates. It seems like it maybe has just the year. Like this one says 1879 to 1942. This one's just 1942. So this is a really old part of the graveyard as well. But I happened upon the security guard. I believe I was telling you guys about that. And he gave me the hot spots and told me where to look. So I want to show you, first of all, John Wesley Hardin's grave. He's a big deal around here. Apparently they have festivals out here to commemorate his birthday, and they keep his grave like this. So I don't know if you can see this. It's a Texas historical marker. People do leave him change, which I will go and get some pennies and leave in there as well for him. And let me see if I can get over here. Of course it's locked. So if you guys want to see this. And the security guard was kind enough to tell me where Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, used to hang out. And incidentally enough, the area where the Night Stalker used to hang out is the same area where the man who killed John Wesley Hardin is buried. So very interesting. And they put them so far apart, he told me, because they didn't want them to fight in the afterlife. So I'm walking kind of right over here because this is an interesting little area. Kind of has a weird feel over there about where Ramirez used to be. So I'm gonna try not to walk on the graves. That's very disrespectful. But interesting little bit of knowledge. The security guard that I was talking to was here the night that Ghost Adventures filmed. And those 3 strange figures that they caught behind the set of 3 trees, that Ghost Adventures said that they couldn't describe it, they didn't know what it was. Bullshit. He said that he came around to make sure that they were okay, and that he caught 3 trespassers that had come over the fence and that they were running for the back gate. Ghost Adventures neglected to tell us that. So that's a very interesting, that we are walking upon the 3 trees where they allegedly caught the 3 strange figures. And this is where Richard Ramirez used to come and sleep at night whenever he was camped out away from his family, when he was skipping school. So I'm about to show y'all exactly where the Night Stalker used to come and hang out, which is really effing creepy to me. And I'm walking kind of fast. Sorry if I'm giving y'all motion sickness. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it looks like that's collapsing. So here you go, guys. Here are those 3 trees directly in front of us. This is where Ghost Adventures caught the 3 people, and it was people that they caught. And so this is the area. Here are your 3 trees, highway in the back, and allegedly it was trespassers who had jumped that back fence at the far back, come up, was trying to see what was going on. But allegedly Ramirez used to come somewhere beneath these 3 trees, and he said right around in this area is where Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, had been caught sleeping. So right here, this is it. This is where he would be caught whenever he would have to run away from his family because his dad was not being nice to him or something. But here are your 1, 2, 3 trees that Ghost Adventures had. So I just wanted to let y'all see that and kind of get an idea. And as you can see, a lot of these graves have been desecrated, knocked over, destroyed. I have not seen any offerings out here. That was something that the Ghost Adventure show led you to believe that you would find, were lots of offerings and kind of ritual things out here. They have actually cleaned this up quite a bit. So, and they do have a 24-hour patrol out here now. So it is a lot safer than it used to be. Here's another gravesite that's been destroyed. Also, the Buffalo Soldiers are buried in this cemetery. And the Buffalo Soldiers were one of the first African-American units that were at Fort Bliss. And there is a grave over there. And so I'm gonna go over there and look at those here in a few minutes. I'm gonna have to drive because it's way over there. And then there's another older section, which is way over here. So I'm gonna go over and look at that. And I'll let you know, but here it is, Richard Ramirez sleeping place. The Night Stalker, this is where he would come and sleep. And there are the 3 trees again from the Ghost Adventure show. And again, if you weren't on whenever I said this, the security guard that I was talking to said that he was here that night and that it was purely 3 people who were trespassing. So just so you know, honesty. Anyway, y'all have a great afternoon. And if I see something that's really cool or find some kind of weird offering, I'll pop back on and let you know. Y'all have a great afternoon.